my channel. What? Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome in general if it's your first time here. Today I wanted to do a little fun chatty video where I talk about other things besides myself, and pretty much going into Love Island, Married at First Sight, some Laguna Beach, The Hills, throwback. And yeah, if you guys want to see how I get this makeup look, even though it's not a tutorial, like I don't show you guys how to get this makeup look, but you can watch as I recap my favorite shows, then yeah, keep on watching. So I kind of wanted to just talk about Love Island really quick. So I don't know how many of you watch Love Island, but I am truly invested. It's not a show that I ever thought I would be like this into, but you know, here I am watching every episode. I used to actually skip over like the unseen bits, and now I'm like obsessed with those too. So I just find it so funny because truly, why are we obsessed with the show? I don't know. I don't know. But also Love Island UK, okay? That's the one. What do you guys think of this season of Love Island? So I'm actually not like 100% caught up. I don't know how many episodes have been released. I watch it through Hulu and I'm not even sure what episode I'm on. I'm actually going to check right now because I need to like remember where I was so we can talk about this. So I'm on season 8, episode 30. I just finished 30, so I'm about to go into episode 31. I just need to get this out there because how do you guys feel about Ekin-Su? Huh? How do you feel? So I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And it's not nice. Oh, so no. I think that she's like a nice girl. Don't get me wrong, we're not hating. But is she like so immature vibes or what? Like, I swear, if you guys watch the unseen bits where that part where she's sitting next to Charlie and she's doing the Voldemort voice and he's literally like, stop, don't do that, stop, don't do that. Like, he was so uncomfortable. And which is also really funny that he was like that uncomfortable over that, but I also felt uncomfortable watching that. Like, can you not? Like, I feel like she truly acts like a teenager. And there's just so many little things that she has already done this season that I'm just like, who in their right mind? And I don't know, but if you guys watched that part where pretty much it was like Dammy, Ekin-Su, Gemma, and I can't remember exactly who else was there, but they were all just like on one of the daybeds talking, and Dammy was pretending to like read Gemma's mind, and he was going on about how if somebody came into the villa that was her perfect match, how possibly her head would turn. And then even Dammy was like, okay, like this stays here, this conversation stays between us. And Ekin-Su wasted no time. She said, okay, got up from the daybed and went straight to, who'd she go to? Paige. Straight to Paige and, oh my gosh, what's her man's name now? And Jax. And literally told them about what Dammy said about Gemma and made it this whole big deal. And then the worst part, she's took like zero accountability for going and like spreading the rumor. So it's like, oh my god, she just does like such little things. And then she's like, but what? Like, Emma should just own it. And it's just like, excuse me, bitch. Like, no, she didn't. It wasn't something Gemma said, so I totally understand why she wouldn't want that to be like spread around the villa. Like, you know exactly what you're doing. But yeah, I literally I can't think of who like my favorite couple is. Oh no, I do. I actually think that Dami and India are such a good couple. Like watching their first date had me truly like, I love them. I love them. They just feel so real. They feel so genuine. I feel like their story, like their experience in the villa is very much like a real deal experience, just because they were partnered up and they were with other people and they always had an attraction, which I could totally see. Like, I feel like they're so, honestly, they're kind of meant to be, not to get ahead of myself, but you know, like when you're watching the show and you're like, is anybody else like noticing all of this? And I don't know, obviously, like I wish I could like talk to people about this because it's so important. I just thought it was so weird in a way how invested Paige is into Jax, but then when the whole like Jay thing was going on, she was honestly giving Jay like the time of day. Like she really was like, you know, I'm totally okay with getting to know you and blah blah blah, but then would turn around to Jax and be like, yeah, no, I'm all about you, like I'm not even interested in getting to know Jay. So it's almost like she wanted to like have a chat and talk to Jay by the pool, but like that's it, nothing more. So I just thought it was funny how you know, I thought that was weird. Like, I don't know, it's almost like it was giving me Ekin-Su vibes in a way, but I really truly love Paige. I feel like she has such good personality. She's so bubbly, and she also gives me like, she's being herself on the show, which I appreciate. I also just find it so hilarious how Davide is like throughout the show. Like the stuff that comes out of his mouth, Davide. Like I literally watched that and I'm like, this man. But did you guys see when Ekin-Su and Davide went on their little date and Ekin-Su made a move on him, and I'm just like, you can't even like hold yourself back. I mean, props, but also can you like respect that the guy is not fully like ready for you? Like, I don't know, it was a little bit much. At least that's how I felt. Like, I don't know, watching it, I was like low-key, oh, okay. Like watching that, I was a little bit embarrassed for like Ekin-Su. I don't know why, because I'm just like, I would absolutely never like make a move on a guy if they're telling me like, you know, like, oh, you have to like work for my trust, and just how Davide was being, which I totally understand, because what she did to him is honestly like so shady. I feel like you're on a TV show that is literally all about like getting to know people, so there was nothing wrong with her being like, hey Davide, like this new guy that just came in, like I might get to know him and give him a chance. Like, are you okay with that? Not? Okay, cool. Well, I'm still gonna do it. But at least like let him know and give him a heads up, because I'm sure Davide would have been like not fazed by it, you know, like she wants to have a chat with him, go ahead. And then I don't know, like every time I see like Gemma and Luca, who is so beautiful by the way, in my opinion, they're such a like cute looking couple, but then at the same time, like Gemma's just like, her aura is uninterested. Like that's her aura. That is her personality. Like I feel like that's her personality trait. She's just uninterested. So I'm like, is she good? Like, does she actually want to be here? Like, I don't know. I like barely see her like get excited about anything. And if you guys are caught up to where I'm at, or more, probably more, because I'm a little slow, but they go into Casa Amor, and before they know that they're going to Casa Amor, the girls are in the room getting ready, and they tell them that they're going on like a girls' night or whatever, and everyone's like, yay, like screaming, so excited, and Gemma's face is just like, which I think might be editing, but she genuinely looked like there was like something on her mind. That's how she looks. It looks like there's like something on her mind and she's just like not saying it at all times. Like she's probably not like that in person, but that's how she comes off on camera. Like he's like so smitten with her, like, oh, my laundry. I feel like she kind of's like not giving, you know what I mean? Like she's not really giving. But I will say she does speak her mind, because I don't know if you guys remember when Ekin-Su was like, what was she was kind of going in on Amber and how saying Amber wasn't like being genuine or whatever, and then Gemma went in and was like, no, like I actually, like, we all agree with her, and Ekin-Su's like, well, why didn't you guys say something? And Gemma's like, well, we're saying it right now. Like, we feel like you're not genuine sometimes. And, you know, I feel like when I heard Gemma say that and kind of like speak up, I was like, yes. Also, the whole like Tasha and Andrew thing, I'm over it. I am. Like, they're cute together, but then Tasha like crying because they got voted like least compatible. Well, you know, I did feel bad, especially when she was crying. But at the same time, like, I don't know, maybe it's because you're over here saying how you're not a bad bitch when you're with Andrew, but it's like, what? Like, why do you even care about that? Like, if you like the guy, you like the guy. And she's like, I came into this villa, like, being a bad bitch, and I feel like I'm not that Tasha. And it's just like, what? Like, it's like, if you're coupled up with someone and you're happy, why do you care about being a bad bitch? Like, I don't get it. Does anybody else feel the same way? I just thought that comment was funny. Like, oh, but I'm not a bad bitch. It's like, you are, hun. You are. Get it, you know? But, so I'm kind of like jumping around over here. Like I said, this is not a makeup tutorial. Okay, enough about Love Island, because I still have to go into the Casa Amor. There's a lot of episodes for me to watch, so I'm like, ooh, I know it's gonna get even more hot and steamy, and I can't wait. But another show I wanted to talk about was Married at First Sight. I mean, what? Is anybody else obsessed with Married at First Sight? Because I am. I watched that show like my life depends on it. I mean, I truly could go on and on and on about how I like truly believe in the process of Married at First Sight. Like, I feel like it sounds insane. Don't get me wrong. Like, as an engaged person and knowing how big of a commitment like marriage is and all of that, like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, for you to actually sign up and want to do that show, like, what's going on? But I also can 100% understand the people that have like done the dating apps. Like, you know, they've kind of been through it. My washing machine again. They've kind of like been through it when it comes to dating, and they just like have had like no luck. And man, this season, like, one of the girls, I kind of forgot her name already. Is it Mindy? Ugh, I forgot her name. But anyways, one of the girls this season, she talks about how she was engaged, planned her wedding, literally spent like all her life savings, and then found out that her fiance, husband-to-be, was cheating on her for like 6 months or whatever. He was having an affair. So they had to cancel the wedding. And the thing is, because she didn't get her money back, it was a destination wedding. She still went on the trip with her friends, blah, blah, blah. So like, girl, I'm sorry. Like, that's a lot for someone to go through. And then to sign up for this, it's kind of like, all right, at least if someone is going through all of this, like, I'm hoping rigorous like process of like interviews and all of this stuff, I would hope that they really truly do find you at least a closer match to who you should be with at the very least. Like, I totally get how in the beginning there might be people that are like, you know, not into each other. But ultimately, like, I could see how maybe the person you're looking for is not the person you need necessarily, and that could be like a whole mindset shift for people. But yeah, I will say, so I only watched up to the weddings. So I just got through the weddings, and actually now that I think about it, I only did 2 episodes, so I don't even know if I'm through all of them. But you guys, I already know who the toxic couple is going to be, and unfortunately, it's that girl that I was talking about. I literally took down notes. Let me see. What's their name? What's the bald guy's name? Oh no! Oh yeah. No. Wait. No. Lindy and Miguel. Okay, Lindy and Miguel, I feel like they might have a rocky like experience, but they might be good. So Lindy is the one that was raised like Seventh-day Adventist or however that like religion is called. So she's like super sheltered, and then there's Miguel, who is very into like Dungeons and Dragons, and he seems like a nice guy. He like writes poetry, so I don't know. I feel like they might be fine. Oof. Okay, we're getting to the good stuff. Kristen, which is the girl that was previously engaged, about to be married, found out, yeah, the affair. Mitch and Kristen. Mitch, bro, the day of his wedding, he's getting his like haircut or whatever and his beard like done, and the poor hairstylist. So he literally, she's like, okay, hon, like go to the bathroom, look at yourself, look at yourself again, make sure it's all good. And he's like, no, this is not what I wanted. And as I'm watching the show, and I thought it was funny because my fiance Juan was also in the room as I was watching it, he like caught a glimpse of that part, and he sees the guy Mitch being like, no, this is not usually how I wear my beard, like this is way too short, blah blah blah. And he's like going off, and everyone's like, but it looks good, like whatever. And he's just like throwing a little temper tantrum, and even Juan is like, are you kidding me? Like this guy is like really bugging about that when he literally looks like so sharp, like his hair, he's like kind of bald, so whatever, his hair's short, his beard looked nice and clean. Just this whole aura. Oh, I'm like toxic. And now this poor girl, Kristen, is like giving love another chance, and she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know what's coming for her, and I feel so bad. Then Morgan and Ben, unfortunately, that's, I think, the only wedding I haven't watched, because in the show, Ben got COVID, so they had to postpone their wedding. So that'll be in the next episode, I'm sure. Stasia and Nate, I think they're actually gonna be a very good couple. They're both like very entrepreneurial, like bosses, and I just feel like they're very like, they complement each other nicely, and I feel like they're like on the same page when it comes to life. Then Justin and Alexis, you guys, I've watched a lot of seasons of Married at First Sight, and let me just tell you, they are in love already. Just the wedding. They're like taking the pictures, and they look like a married couple, 100%. Like they look like they've known each other forever. When they're doing their first dance, like it was just the cutest thing. Like they're already like kissing and like in front of all their friends and family and stuff, like a little peck, you know? And I thought that was really cute, but I'm also nervous. That this is like starting off on a real high note, and they're like truly just like elated with each other, and then it's like, and it's gonna dwindle away. So we'll see. That is something that we're just gonna have to wait and see. And I will be eating my popcorn. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys watched the previous season of Married at First Sight. Noi and I can't remember, but he was such a sweet guy. Noi was like very persistent that she didn't want to like live together and blah blah blah. She kind of wanted to try to make the marriage work without them like moving in together yet, which, you know, you're just getting to know someone pretty much, so I can kind of understand. But man, he like truly was like trying with her, and I felt like he truly cared for her, like from the beginning. Like he was just like very in it, and I don't know, it just kind of broke my heart that she sort of treated him a little bit shitty. And recently I saw that they got a divorce, so unfortunate. By the way, I'm doing my whole eyeshadow look with this little Kaja stack, and I mean, it's perfect. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I'll come back and touch base. Okay, BRB. Here's the finished makeup look. So I just went with like a really summery vibe. The faux freckles look really faux. Still haven't mastered that one, but I think it looks cute from far away. That's all for today. Oh, wait, actually, now that I think about it, just really quick to add this in there. Did you guys see that Kristen Cavallari and Steven from Laguna Beach are doing a podcast together where they're like rehashing they're rewatching every single Laguna Beach episode, I think, that they were on, just their seasons, and they're like talking about it, diving in deep, talking about what's like real, what's fake. And actually in the podcast, like in the first episode, they're talking about how they pretty much like stayed in touch. I don't like my hair like that. Anyways, how they pretty much like stayed in touch throughout the years, but they fell off because she was obviously married, so it was a little bit like weird. But then they fully said that they were like out one night dancing on tables, and he said, I think you might have kissed. I think like we might have kissed, but I don't know. And I was like, how are you gonna just like drop that in there? Like, how are we, what? Like, Kristen Cavallari and Steven, what is his last name, you guys? Steven Coletti, what is wrong with me? I mean, come on. But yeah, like Kristen Cavallari, Steven Coletti, iconic. What do you mean that you guys may have kissed while dancing on tables? Like, I'm sorry, where's the footage? Like, I'm confused. Like, what? So yeah, thought I should throw that in there. Then I also saw that like Audrina, who is it? Audrina, Brody, and Frankie are doing the same thing pretty much, but about the hills. So they said that their podcast isn't only about like hills related stuff, but that's gonna be like their main talking point. And I believe, I don't remember the name of their podcast, but I did like watch an episode because it's video, and a lot of podcasts nowadays are like video anyways. So Kristen's and Steven's, like, it's called Back to the Beach. And that one I do like to like watch the video, but also just like listen to it. And I felt like it was an easy listen, you know? When I was listening to the Audrina, Brody, and Frankie podcast, like there were so many things that I was like, ugh.
Oh, Jesus, gross.
I don't like how Frankie and Brody treat Audrina. It's like weird vibes. I don't know, like it made me feel a little bit uncomfy, I'm not gonna lie. Like I just felt like she is definitely more of like a shy person. She's not super talkative. She's very like soft spoken. I think that's, yeah. And they just kind of like talk over her and things like that, and it just felt not very like flowy in my opinion. But that was also just one episode I listened to, so could be wrong, might get better. I have been watching since 2020, I believe is when they started, but Whitney Port and her husband Timmy, they have a YouTube channel, and they watched like they rewatched and reacted to every single episode on The Hills. And that to me, like, again, a show that I would watch, like, if my life depended on it. Like, I loved it. I loved, like, listening Whitney's point of view and her saying how, like, yeah, they, like, made me walk through there, so, like, I knew that they were gonna be there and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just very interesting to me, like, the whole behind the scenes. And the funny thing, too, it's, like, they really just, like, showed their personalities. You watch, like, Whitney and Timmy be on, like, their couch at home, like, watching the show while you're also watching it. So it's hilarious for them to be like, hold on, like, did you guys just catch that? And, you know, like, pretty much rehash things and also clear things up. I just found it so interesting. And I believe as far as, like, The Hills, they were the first ones from the cast, which Whitney, obviously not Timmy, but I think Timmy has worked in production or something, so he has a lot of insight to production, which I thought was so interesting. But yeah, I think that was all I really needed to mention. It's kind of like a PSA in case you guys haven't heard it, which I'm sure you have. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's random chatty video where once again I do my makeup for absolutely no reason. But I did want to do something like just really like fun and summery. And you know, if I was on Love Island, I would rock this makeup look in my bikini, you know, just like nonchalant, just like chilling by the pool with my eyeshadow glistening. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun filming this and just chatting about my shows that I watch, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It'll help me out so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.